What is going on, guys? I am Josh the Penguin, and I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas, gonna have a great new year, or having a good whatever you're celebrating. Um, yeah, I hope everyone's had a great time. I know I have. I've had a few days with family in between a lot of work. Um, but no, I've been really enjoying my time as of late, and I hope everyone else has been too. This video is more or less just me going over it's basically a clip from stream the other night, where we're talking about the DBD community a fair bit and some of the stuff going on, as well as a YouTube video I've had in the works for about a month that I just don't know if I'll release, so maybe you guys want to see the video, maybe not. I don't know, there's clips of it in the video which makes sense at the time they're shown. Maybe I can release the full video, I don't know, I'm a bit 50-50 on it. But I'm going to leave you guys to watch the clip from stream, and then, yeah, I'll see you at the end of it. There's so many issues with this game. Like, I love this game so much. But my god, there are so many petty people in here. Like, that guy in there that's saying, well, just being a keyboard warrior because I went and killed him. Like, big deal. What do you want from me? Killers should not be killing people. Now we're gonna back out of this lobby and have a chat about this. There are some interesting people in this community. Yeah, thanks, Beck. I'm trying to keep it in my pants. There are a lot of angry, entitled people in this game, which I have been one of those people. Like, years ago, I was a piece of shit. Straight up, I was a piece of shit in this game. But how someone plays and the person are two separate things. Like, I was talking about this in a friend stream the other day, because they had some salty survivors from a game, which they were pretty tilted from the game that happened. I missed the initial game, so I don't know what happened in the game, just from what I can gather from the messages. But there was a lot of back and forth going on, and people just taking things too personally. And like, this streamer, good friend of mine, got to hang out with him at PAX. Lovely, lovely guy. I made the analogy, he's been one of my survivors before, and I have straight up called him an annoying piece of shit because of how he played. But that doesn't mean I think he is himself a piece of shit. Too many people can't separate what happens in game to the person playing the game. And I mean, I've been in that boat myself, and there's a lot of people that don't like me, and a lot of them have a lot of good reason not to. But it's when you get people that hold grudges for weeks, months, years over the pettiest shit. And it's like, what do you want? What do you want? Like, someone just goes, like, even earlier, someone out of nowhere made a comment about how I play my spirit and how I played my spirit against their Swift, and 3 of them got out when I used a really strong build. And I'm like, okay, the game in question happened like 3 or 4 months ago, but okay. But then they go and play kill themselves and use strong shit. Or there's a lot of that where, like, people complain about one side using strong shit, and then they go and use it themselves. Or I had a killer complaining about the chain kicking meta on their Steam profile, how like boring it is, blah blah blah. They hate everything like that. Their entire build was Eruption, Call of Brine, Overcharge, Deadlock, and they patrolled the same 3 gens all game. It's like the same people that complain about Noah that run it. The hypocrisy and the entitlement that people have to play this game a particular way to appease the other side. Like, yeah. And like, going for Noah, for example, it's an annoying perk. But I don't see a big issue with it. It is what it is. Is it annoying to come up against? Absolutely. Do I think the person running it needs to go straight to hell for all eternity for denying my chance to escape? No. It's like, people just need to chill. Chill and relax. Like, I'm not a big fan of the meta. Do I run it a bit? Sure. A Wesker? Yeah. I don't mind Wesker. But it's like, you shouldn't go into a game, whether it's DBD or any other video game, where your fun has to rely on having the opposing side play the right way. It'd be the equivalent of, like, in COD. Oh, your team's not allowed to use snipers. You're not allowed to use any snipers. You have to use these weapons and nothing else. And you can't sit in a particular building. You have to move around the map, which is convenient for me. But I can go in that building and use a sniper rifle. That is the equivalent of it. Like, DBD has a very toxic community at times. But there are other games that are as toxic, if not worse. But then there's also, I don't think there's a game with more entitlement. Build the DBD, yep. Like, play how you want to play. But just don't go out of your way to be a piece of shit to people. And don't be a hypocrite. Other than that, you're fine. Like, if a killer uses a strong build when you're playing Survivor, don't take it personally. People take it personally. Like, I haven't released a video on it. It's literally like 90% edited. Like, I've edited most of it. It is mostly done. I just haven't finished it. It's a game from a good, like, month or so ago now. Yeah, that's just the... I can turn it off, Beck. Oh no, it's literally these lights here. Never mind, I can't turn it off. I came up against this Survive with Friends. And I know them. I've versed them before. 3 of them, if not all of them, stream. And one of them, they've been in here before. I want to say regularly, like 12 months ago, they were in here a bit. But they're not a regular, put it that way. They come by every now and again, they're not a regular. The other 3 really have never had anything to do here, which is fine. Don't have any issue with that. Twitch is a big place. But I remember one of them was streaming, I think this was October, and I came up against them. I was streaming, I was playing Trapper, using my normal Trapper build, which is Haunted, Nowhere, No Way Out, Corrupt. And they were swift, in comms, doing the callouts, everything like that, which is fine. Don't have an issue with that. And literally, I had someone on hook it was on the, what's it called, the chapel. Someone was hooked in the carnival area. It was in the carnival area. And like where the gate usually spawns right at the end. They're on the hook like right there. And anyway, ran back towards the middle of the map. Last gen got done. Instantly they were on a door, no way out, procced instantly. And 2 of them were around like that shack side of the map. Someone was going for save. So I've gone after the person for save. Down them with no it. The other 2 couldn't save this person on hook. And anyway, the other 2 got out. I killed the guy I downed. But they were really upset with no it. Which is annoying, sure, but in the grand scheme of things, there was a guy on hook who was already on hooked. No, it didn't affect him. We'll call this guy Bob. Bob was on hook and died on hook. Didn't get saved because the only person going for them I downed with Noed. Roughly where I downed them, there's a good chance I would have stopped the save anyway. Or at least traded. Stuff Bob, yeah. Stuff Bob. Then this survivor that went for the save, we'll call him Jerry. Jerry was dead on hook. Noed or not, he would have died anyway. The other 2, one was dead on hook. I think one had only been hooked once. They both escaped, no worries. And anyway, Bob in particular was upset about Noed, which is ironic because Noed didn't affect him at all. He was already hooked and died, wasn't hit by Noed or anything like that. I got them, yeah, like, I think the start of the month, late last month. And I was playing Doctor. And Bob was streaming this time. It was one of the survivors that escaped, the Claudette, whoever was streaming the first time. And I watched the VOD back and saw this, and I'm like, they seem nice enough. I watched a few of their other games, they were not having great games, so I'm like, they're just frustrated with the games, I understand that. I watched this game back of Doctor, it was like a half an hour match, because they gave me a 3-gen. I ended up getting 3 of them, the other person got out through the exit gate. But Bob in this instance was streaming. And it was Shelter Woods, and not even... I think they saw it was the Doctor early. And immediately, they're like, oh, killer's Josh the Penguin. They run nowhere. Let's do all the totems. Oh, he's running purple add-ons. And more or less, given they still had my stream open afterwards, they had like my whole stream open. And thankfully, I'd covered my perks for that game. But they were about to call out my whole build.
Have we got 2 UEs? Guys, make sure you cleanse totems.
And typical.
We've got a Noed Josh the Penguin.
Is it him?
Yeah.
Cleanse totem.
Don't actually know if he's got Noed though.
Thinking fuck with flashlight's not always the most consistent. Yeah, it can be rough. What, did you check his stream or something?
Yeah. I just quickly checked to see if it was the same people. Because I recognised the outfits as well.
And they knew the majority of my build.
Well, what does he usually run? Dark Devotion, right? On Doctor? So...
He's got detonation delay.
He's got double purpose.
Yeah. Cleanse all 5 of those totems.
He usually has Dark Devotion and Jolt.
And they were really angry with me. And like some of the comments are like, oh, this guy's just camping, blah, blah, blah. When hook, regen in a triangle around the hook with 2 survivors there.
He's sort of proxying me.
Yeah, he's profiting.
Near him, so...
Yeah, he's proxying.
Do we want to just smash gens?
Is this how we're gonna play?
Or actually, Clouds, if you're close, just go in and trade.
Yeah.
He's camping.
Just trade it. Make sure you don't let the 2 like going.
Boring. Oh, no.
He's just gonna tunnel, isn't he? He's just tunneling. Oh no, he's going to switch? Okay, wow, I'm surprised.
Yeah, if you guys
He's got 2 gens right next to each other. I think he might be holding a pre-gen.
Mind you, they're on like the comp equivalent of calling out, and they're playing to win. I'm playing to win. They're upset that I'm playing to win. And it was a really good game, don't get me wrong, and they're good survivors. But it's that hypocrisy, where it's like, they're playing to win, go for it. Don't get upset when a killer does the same. And then the fact they just had my stream open the whole time. It's like, Alright. Cool. When they 3gen themselves? Yeah, they literally, as well, I chased, I think it was the Claudette at the start, for maybe the first 2 gens. And I think not long after they got the 3rd done. On Shelter Woods, I had one gen left, sort of behind Shack. Then on the other side of the main tree, I had 3 gens where there was one spot I could turn around and see all 3. You still can play. Oh, there's definitely times I camp a tunnel. Reality check. Most people will at some stage. But I'm not going to go out of my way to do it at 5 gens. Like, there's always going to be a couple exceptions. Like, absolutely. But for the most part, like, if I've got 3 hooks and they've done 3 or 4 gens, I'll tunnel someone out just to try and get some pressure, try and get a kill. So I can come away from the game with something. But I'm not a big fan of going out of my way at 5 gens and tunneling someone out straight away. And survivors need to learn. Let's say you got off the record or decisive. You get unhooked. You run at the killer and like, teabag, click flashlight, chase me, chase me, chase me. Killer chases you. What a tunneling piece of shit. If you want to be chased, is it really tunneling? You're asking the killer to tunnel and you're upset when they do. So, and like, at endgame, like, the very first game we played, tonight, we got really good survivors. And it got to the stage, they opened one exit gate. I had, I think it was a Meg, hooked on the other corner of the map. And from where the opening exit gate was, everyone healed up. I didn't have a single kill. So I'm like, look, I'm basically face camping at this stage. I just want to get 1 kill. Maybe if they get over altruistic, I might get a 2nd. But I'll take the 1 kill. And even as a survivor, if a killer's camping just to secure a kill endgame, I'm fine with it. Back in the day, oh, always 9. But like back in the day, I was a piece of shit and played like a scumbag. And probably did a few things that were questionable. And not the nicest person. I've never shied away from that. But you get people that just hold grudges and complain about shit, and it's like, just chill. And we love it. Like, don't get me wrong. Everyone gets tilted to the game, everyone gets angry at how others play. It's the nature of these kind of games. But people just need to differentiate the difference between how someone plays and that actual person. Like, you look at videos like, say, Spook and Jukes, who does a lot of videos about toxic streamers. They're the people that struggle to differentiate how someone plays and the person themselves. I can say, like, there's a Claudette in this game. And I might say, oh, this Claudette, what are you doing? Oh, Claudette, you were a little shit, blah, blah, blah. Does that mean Bobby or whoever's playing Claudette is a horrible person? No. So yeah, we had a pretty decent little chat about a lot of the two-faced and hypocrisy and entitlement that the DBD community has. Plus, like, my own issues. Like, I've definitely been a toxic person in the past. I definitely have issues with people. A lot of it's justified, some of it's an overreaction on one of our parts, if not both. Even recently, like, I'm just trying to clear the air with a lot of people, and some people have been really good and responsive to it. Other people are just bringing back the same dirty laundry from 4 years ago, which is like, okay, sure, whatever. But like, going forward, like, I need to work on a lot of things in regards to it. Like, I still get tilted, I still get a bit toxic at times. Absolutely, I will own that, and I need to get better. But I'm actually putting that forward, that I need to get better, and I want to work to get better. Whereas a lot of people can't take that first step. But in the new year, we'll be back streaming. We're going to have a lot of fun. A lot of new things coming to stream. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought about this whole discussion. Do you agree? Disagree? Have any other comments that are related to it you want to bring up? Let me know. Otherwise, later in the week, come over on Twitch. We can talk about it a bit more there. I'd love to hear your feedback. And have a very healthy discussion, because I think it is something that needs to be raised more, is that a lot of people give the devs a hard time about like the game and everything like that, which there's definitely elements of that which are justified. I'm not saying there isn't. But I think if anything's going to kill this game, which I don't want to see it die, but if anything is going to kill the game, I think it's going to be the community before the actual gameplay side of things. But let me know what you all think. I appreciate all of you for watching the video. Stay cute and stay safe. And until next time, peace out.